Hey everyone, Crystal Grace here and welcome back to another pick a card reading. So this one is all about how are you currently shocking people? So what's catching them off guard in regards to maybe your actions, your way of life. Who knows what will come out in this reading. So we have three piles to choose from. Pile number 1, protection. Pile number 2, self-love. And pile number 3, lucidity. So whilst you are connecting with one of the cards, just a quick disclaimer. Please trust the fact that if a message begins to put you in a downward spiral, I never set the intention to conjure evil, messages to do that. So please opt off the reading. I trust the fact that the messages will find the person or people that they are meant to find. You may be called to pick another pile. I don't really feel connected to say that. I think the message will either resonate upon the first pile you pick or whatnot. However, I'm not here to dictate your story. You do you. So with that said, let's jump into it. Let's find out, how are you shocking people at this time? Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So those of you who chose the black tourmaline, the protection card, card number 26. So yeah, I guess when we think about the number 26, it equates to the number 8. And this number is a very powerful number. It's one that is heavily connected to power and abundance, but also self-discipline. And so what I kind of think with this protection here, a lot of you may have recently realized the more self-discipline you have in protecting yourself, the more abundance you keep experiencing, the more power or confidence you are obtaining or receiving. It's also associated with material and spiritual prosperity. So I definitely feel like the more you guys protect yourself, the more prosperous you are becoming in material gains, but your spiritual essence, your spiritual energy. It's heavily important for spiritual people, especially tarot readers like myself, to protect our energies on a daily basis. So that is cleansing the fuck out of your house. I notice when my house is not cleansed. I notice when my energy in this house is shifted, and it's probably because somebody's watched one of these YouTube readings and just fucking hates on me and thinks I'm the worst person on the planet. And that's sad, but at the end of the day, I can't control people's emotions. All I can do is do my intros at the beginning. If they choose not to listen to my intro, again, can't dictate people's lives. So I feel like that rant must be of importance to some of you. Even you don't even have to be a tarot reader. You don't even have to be a person in the spiritual game like this, right? You could have people from work, any main environment you are actively participating in, sending you bad energy. They only have to think for bad things to happen for you, for that energy to arrive. So, it could be I hope Susan gets really shit at her job, and they manifest that until you start becoming shit at your job. And a really good way to do that is to turn your home toxic. So then you start bringing low vibrational energy into the workplace, and naturally has the domino effect. Keep your home clean of energy, fresh, clean energy. Saging is the most easiest way of doing that. If you are limited with funds and buying sage sticks, because they can be expensive, definitely buy good quality ones. I definitely recommend that. It's worth spending $25 as opposed to $10. My experience with $10 ones were just shit. They were just rubbish. $25 ones, they last ages. And you don't need to saging doesn't take a whole lot of time. It can take 5-10 minutes. You don't have to start humming and ahhing and all that witchy woo-woo stuff. But if you're called to do that, do it. It doesn't have to be a whole schmozzle, I was going to say, but schmozzle is more of a negative thing. So yeah, I actually feel like a lot of you're already up to your protection, or maybe you need to up your protection a little bit more. There's nothing wrong with cleansing every day. You're never going to see a negative side effect for cleansing every day. So yeah, those of you who picked this pile, you've definitely focusing on balancing the tangible and the intangible, right? Things you can control and things you can't control. And it's funny, I don't normally sit here and go on random tangents about people fucking having problems with the things I do. So I would have to say a lot of you have picked that pile, like you're balancing what you can handle in life and what you can't, what you can control in life and what you can't. Okay, you know, the people at work might not rate you at the moment. You can't control that. All you can do is keep going to work, do what you do and leave. You know, money is a necessity in this life, unfortunately. It's the system that the earth offers, or this prison, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But that's a conversation for another day. So I kind of feel pretty comfortable in leaving it there, right, in regards to with this card. So I went ahead and did pull a few more cards to do an energy check-in. We have Sun in Jupiter, we have Venus and Neptune, and we have Chiron and Uranus. Sorry, that is a really bad angle. Okay. We have Heaven's Gate, and we have the Emerald Tablet. I don't think we're going to use any more of that. That's enough. I'll be talking all night if I pull any more. All right. What was I going to do here? So we will grab the little book. If you saw my desk, you'd be like, girl, you need to sort your fucking organization out. Got nothing. Got nothing. It's crazy. I'm looking everywhere for the fucking book and it's right there in my face. All right. I just went to yoga after 7 days in a mine and I feel on a yoga high. All right. So Sun and Jupiter. Okay, so your greatest gift, right, is your ability to be generous with all of your gifts. When you think about the Sun and Jupiter, it's very big energy, right? You're big, you're bright, you're vibrant in like life, I would have to say. Because when you think about your astro placements here, so obviously your Sun is linked with Leo. And your Jupiter is linked with Sagittarius, okay? So yeah, I actually think you guys are very conscious. Like you're very conscious of the mind. You're very conscious of yourself. You're very conscious of your ego. And on top of that, like you're also very optimistic. You're a very, like again, Sagittarius is like their area of influence is abundance. It's also, they're also known to be connected to the higher mind. So the higher wisdom, higher knowledge. But I actually find with Sagittarius's, don't quote me on this, because obviously some of you guys are Sagittarius for this sign placement to come up. But I actually find some Sagittariuses aren't even aware that they have intuition and they're not even aware that they're actually getting downloads. I think they could be oblivious to it, but they're so quirky. Sagittariuses and Aquariuses are very quirky individuals, and I think they're quite fun to be around, but they're not for everyone. There's a few sign placements that I think cringe around those two signs. But yeah, then we have Venus and Neptune. So Neptune's Pisces, Venus is Taurus and Libra. And then we have Chiron and Uranus. So Uranus is linked with Aquarius. But yeah, I think Sun in Jupiter is sort of telling us that your greatest gifts is your ability to be generous with all of your gifts. So I feel like a lot of you try and always do the best you can for the people around you. Like it says in this book, your lighthouse is so bright that all can find shelter in your wisdom and manifestation of all good in the world. I really think you turn people's negativity upside down. Like, I think you turn people's worlds upside down when you cross paths with them. I actually think a lot of you who have picked this pile, people feel very blessed to have crossed paths with you. You do shine a very bright light on a very dark, stormy, rainy day, is what I hear. Now, Venus and Neptune in this book, it says you are a creative source of divine love, a conductor of the heavenly sphere. So you guys are very heaven sent. And maybe what I'm hearing is like some of you are yet to believe that. Some of you are yet to really step into your calling and trust the fact that you are here for a reason. You are here to bring more peace and happiness. And it was funny. I haven't used this crystal deck for a long time, but it came with this stand, and this was the card at the bottom of the deck. And I thought, I'm gonna leave it up here because peace is why I do what I do. And you know, if I could wave a fucking magic wand and bring more peace into the world, I totally would. But there's just so many people out there with a massive heart on to ruin everyone's day. Like, it's like they get a big hard, you know, shalakalaka, to just ruin people's day. Like, it's toxic as fuck. It's like, put it away, son. Put it away. Anyway, Chiron and Uranus, you can bend time and energy to transform wounds into strength. So I definitely feel like we may have some time travelers here. That might sound a bit fucking weird, but I also feel like, you know, you guys can sort of stop time. Like when people are with you, it's like time stops, they're healed, and then time starts again. And I think every time people walk away from you or finish, you know, spending time with you, they feel so much better, pile one. Like, they literally feel like back to their old self. So you definitely have a way with words. You definitely have a way to make people feel like everything is actually going to be okay. So keep doing whatever you're doing. Like, you know, I think that's a very beautiful light energy to be in, but it's a very special gift. Coming back to that Sun in Jupiter, you guys are very gifted, and you need to share those gifts, and you also need to elevate them as well, and elevate them and protect them. Whatever that entails. So moving into the Paradise Found Oracle, so Heaven's Gate, card number 18. We just have discovered the heart wisdom of the essence, the ends, to embody heaven on earth and become a healing force through your very presence. So some of you could be taking the path to becoming healers, or maybe that's something that you need to invoke or explore. And then we do have 2 5s here. So we have an 8, 2 5s, we have a 10 to a 1, and then we have a 9. So you guys are definitely very spiritual individuals, but something is telling me you haven't truly stepped into that role yet. There's like, and I'm hearing ringing in my ears, and I definitely feel like you can perfect you know, universal love, right? You can teach universal love is what I'm hearing. And then we have, back to this 5 energy. So 5 is, you know, definitely linked to change. I feel like some of you are changing at the moment. You're trying to change. You are trying to rewrite history for some of you, but Akashic Records is heavily coming through with Emerald Tablets. So I'm interested to see what I pick up with the book. So allow the secret teachings of the Emerald Tablet to guide you in reaching your highest potential. The Emerald Tablet is some kind of like scribe or something of the, like, some kind of secret teaching of the ages. So definitely look into that. It may not be specifically that. It could be just from your ancestral line. Some of you could be pagans and things like that. So sort of go down that rabbit hole for yourself if you feel called to. I'm not here to dictate your life, as mentioned. But yeah, that's sort of the energy check-in. Let's jump into your tarot and find out, how are you currently shocking people? Huh? Okay. Not sure what deck I want to use. All right, think I'd be a little bit more organized than that. All right, so if that sounds about right, let's find out. How is pile 1 currently shocking people? We're not taking reversals. Let's see if we can make this a little something something. Okay. Two tens side by side. It's funny because I saw the 5 of Cups. I saw the 5 of Cups. We have the 5 of Wands on the bottom. So a lot of 5s. There's a lot of change happening. I actually feel like a lot of you need to up your protection because you may have a lot of people with a fucking hard on for you. And I mean that in a very toxic manner. So what I mean by that, is like what I said. People who've got hard-ons to bring on negative experiences for others. And I kind of mentioned this in a reading done. People will technically just be mean because they know they can't get to, they can't be with you. That's the same energy, right? And so I feel like here with the 5 of Wands, how you're shocking people, this is sort of left wing to what's actually happening. You're shocking people because you have a lot of competition. There's a lot of people trying to compete against you. There's a lot of people trying to compete for you. And I think you're also shocking a lot of people because I think the more that they get to know you, they realize you may have inner conflict. And we see that with the 9 of Swords here. So when we do these sorts of topics, or when I do these sorts of topics, I never really know what's going to come out. I don't know if it's going to be... Sometimes I get infiltrated to give the audience that have picked that power a special message, and other times I don't. So it is what it is. I'm a very real reader. I just read, and I'm clairaudient, so I feel and whatnot. But I hear, I listen. But I think with the overall energy with the 5 of Wands, it's also a very combative energy, and the imagery here is just one singular wand, right? There's no other wands. So I feel like overall people are quite shocked that you are stepping into a very combative energy. You are protecting yourself, and you're going big with protection. I think you could be getting quite mouthy to protect yourself, is what I feel. But yeah, the 5 of Wands is the overall energy here. There's a mixed bag of messages here. Overall, you're shocking people because people are quite shocked that you have a lot of competition either going against you, trying to romantically get you. It could even be friends trying to compete for your time and your energy. But you seem to be in a very powerful position at the moment. We saw that with the energy check-in. You are stepping into your role, and I think a lot of people are starting to take you seriously, maybe take your spirituality seriously, maybe see that your spirituality is bringing you a fuck ton of abundance, and they're like, fuck, but there is one wand here, and I feel like people are quite shocked to see that you're happily and you're happy enough to stand alone, even in the eye of the storm. Okay, so the 9 of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Swords, the 6 of Cups, and the 3 of Swords are the cards that came out for how you are shocking people. So 9 of Swords is one that will talk about somebody, losing sleep, stressing out, maybe suffering anxiety. So I kind of feel like for some of you in this, people are trying to knock you down, create anxiety, create sleepless nights, but that's not winning. You're very much in your power. So you're shocking people that they're not having a mental effect on you, right? Is what I pick up with the Nine of Swords. I also feel like with the Knight of Swords, people are really shocked with your witty comebacks. So if people are trying to challenge you, trying to suffocate you, trying to dim your light, trying to hold you down, the Knight of Swords is telling me you guys are rising up. You're rising up like a phoenix, I'm hearing, and like you are very colorful in your words. You are very colorful in your responses, but people are very shocked that you're getting very good with your communication. You're getting very good in how to deal with the bullshit that is coming your way. There is something very different about you. There's been a change, right? With all the fives coming out, you are shocking people by some recent change. And I feel like it's the change in your communication, how you are dealing with negative situations. You're not like, crawling into fetal position and rolling over anymore. Like it's like you're getting up and you're fighting, you're drawing upon the energy of maybe ancestral lines, and you're fighting for what's right. Ten of Pentacles, there must be some level of abundance again that you are receiving that is known to people. Okay, so there could have been something you've recently done that's making people quite shocked to think, fuck, Par 1 is doing that. Like, I can't afford to do that. That's sort of the message I'm getting. Like, Ten of Pentacles is one that talks about setting really structural, healthy foundations in material wealth. I actually feel like you are shocking people in regards to your material wealth or the journey that you are embarking on to gain material wealth. Some of you could have recently settled down. You could have settled into a already set up family, dating a person already with kids and whatnot. So people could be really shocked about that. Ten of Pentacles is a strong family energy. So people are shocked about something to do with your family or a family you've recently joined. I also feel like with the 2 tens coming out, it kind of tells me, it signifies thinking about the Ten of Swords, like the Ten of Pentacles is a form of completion, right? And the Ten of Swords signifies like the completion of a cycle in order to start a new one. So I feel like with 2 tens coming out, people are quite shocked that you have embarked on a new beginning that has ended a very toxic cycle and has brought in a new. So I feel like this could have been something that happened in your past, because these 3 energies here kind of give me the impression people are very shocked to learn that you have gained power and like strength and courage and confidence after something that was quite heavy, like a heavy experience, divorce, long-term relationship ending, being cheated on. Like, the 3 of Swords is very much linked to those sorts of experiences, right? Heartbreaking, like heart-wrenching, like experiences. I think people are very shocked to learn that you've had a lot of like endings that have ended in your past. Okay. And, maybe they're shocked to learn like the reason why you are in this very combative energy is because of this. People could be quite shocked that the reason why you are very protective, the reason why they can't stress you out is because you've already been down that path 1. Like, I think people could be trying to do background checks on you, and what they're actually learning is that you have come from a very stable family, but it's like the people that you met outside the family were just complete like fuckwits, right? Because this would tell me that like every time you put yourself out there, you would meet somebody who probably love bombed you, like told you everything you wanted to hear, and then like literally shit on you. It was like history constantly repeating itself to hurt you, to break your heart. So you probably have dealt with a lot of karmic cycles. So I feel like people are trying to compete with you. They're also kind of spying on you, trying to understand why their actions, why what they're trying to do to you is not working. And I think what they're realizing and why they're very shocked is that there's nothing that they can't do to you that you haven't already experienced before, is how these people are being shocked. So that is what I have for you guys. I hope that found the right viewer. Let me know down in the comments if you like that. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So we have self-love. Such a pretty card. Cobalto calcite. So we have the card number 4. So the vibe I'm picking up with this card, I'm not really connecting with the crystals. I just feel like I'm more connecting with the card. I love this color pink and I'm loving like the gradient, right? But the number 4 represents stability and structure and like strong foundations, right? I'm even feeling very Empress energy, but Empress energy. So I feel like for those of you who resonate being Emperor, I feel you are very much in your Emperor energy, but from a very loving point of view, right? And for those of you who resonate with Empress, I feel like you're very much like an Empress, but very much in self-control in her Emperor energy, right? So I feel very content and fulfilled in myself right now. And what I found, like normally when I would do these, I like to do the readings all at once, each pile. I have tried to do them separately, but I feel like I can't do that. But one thing I did find is I needed to pause it and give a 5-10 minute break before I moved into the next one. And I'm glad I did that because tapping into your energy as it was transitioning in that break. What I feel with you guys is like you have worked so hard to focus on self-love and really put yourself first. And I think you have a big smile on your face now because you're like, damn fucking straight I have. Like, and I think it's probably been a very long, maybe for some of you, painful journey to learn how to put yourself first and tell a motherfucker no. So sorry for swearing, just like to swear. That's what we do here. But yeah, and I think it's you guys should be really proud. Like you've taken on the responsibility to put yourself first and learn how to tell people no. And if they keep pushing and pushing, you kind of tell them to fuck off. There could be still a couple of areas in your life that you're sort of learning that, but I kind of feel like some of you have learned to just allow some people to think that they have that kind of power over you when they don't. I think some of you could still work with dark magic in the fact that, you know, if a person continues to treat you like shit, that, you know, the gods are on your side and that they will reap their karma. And I think for some of you, it's better for them to reap their karma than you pipe up and tell them to fucking no. So yeah, sometimes it's better to remain silent and allow the gods to step in and fuck a person sideways. That's my theory. All right, so I went ahead and pulled a few more cards for your energy check-in here. So we have Jupiter and Saturn. Oh, that's a pretty Moon Mars card. We have Saturn Pluto. I'll put these up here. And then we have Dreamtime and Abundance. Love it. Love it. All right, so Jupiter and Saturn. So we have Capricorn energy and Sagittarius energy. Moon and Mars. We've got Cancerian energy. And then we have Aries energy, also Scorpio. And then strong, obviously, Scorpio and Capricorn energy here. So Pisces, Cancer, Capricorn, Scorpio. Aries. All right, so just using the book, I always lose the book, for the astrology cards. So we have 45. As a guru of heaven on earth, you model the small steps required to transform lofty, optimistic visions into truly secure realities. So I kind of feel like Saturn and Jupiter is huge. Saturn is also huge, but it's also very calming. And this is kind of telling me about that last energy check-in. So you are a guru on heaven, on earth, and I think you're also a guru on karma, is what I feel. And I think I think what it's saying, you model the small steps required to transform lofty optimistic. I'm kind of feeling like you model the small steps required for self-love and self-respect, but at the same time, I still feel like with the Saturn coming out twice, you also like model the power of taking a step back and allowing people to get fucked sideways by the universal gods, whatever you resonate with. You obviously resonate with gods a lot because I'm saying gods a lot, and if you don't, just disregard that. But you're very optimistic in karma. You hold your head high when people fucking shit on you, or you see them shitting on other people, you're quick to say, don't worry, they'll get their karma. Like, I think you guys would probably wear shirts that say, karma gonna get ya. Like, if not, wear them. And wear them proudly. But yeah, you're very secure in yourself now, especially with all the work of the self-love you have done. Okay, the moon and Mars. So that is 13. We have your deep capacity for feelings propels you to outstanding acts on behalf of your community. So again, this is sort of reiterating this energy. You fight for the underdog. You will actually stand up for people who can't stand up for themselves. I think you guys may get in trouble a little bit in certain environments for maybe sticking your nose in where it doesn't belong. But I think you do the right thing. I am hearing activists and things like that. Here's little Luna, my little soldier. And then Saturn Pluto, 54. Hello. So you have become a leader of integrity, fearlessness, and reliable empathy. Others learn from you how to stand in love and truth. Oh, just throw the mic down, please. 100%, right? And that's exactly what I'm saying. You guys choose integrity over low blows, right? So you could low blow somebody that is throwing shade at you. Okay, a motherfucker, but you choose not to. You know who to throw shade at, and you know who to take a step back and probably, I don't know, maybe work with voodoo magic. I'm thinking about working with voodoo magic, but then I think, no, I don't come from that bloodline. He's Shay Shay. But I'm thinking about it. Anyway, but yes, voodoo magic is not for everyone. I love how I talk about voodoo magic and the cats all come running in. That's hilarious. All right, so let's moving down to your dream time and your abundance. So dream time in the book. In the Aboriginal dream time, that which transpires beyond that which appears guide you. In the Aboriginal dream time, that which transpires beyond that which appears guides you deeper into truth so you can make empowering new choices. So you guys, obviously, so when I'm thinking about the dream time, you get a lot of downloads in your dream time, which transpires into the reality, right? Because it guides you. So your downloads in your dream state is what guides you to the truth in situations. So you might wake up feeling empowered as to what you should do in a situation, how you should act in a situation. Okay. And I also feel like you might astral travel in your dream time here. And I think maybe when you wake up, you seem to have new choices offered to you throughout the day, which is really like fucking crazy, like fun and lucky you. But I feel like you guys have the ability to dream your life into existence, right? So if you go to bed thinking about your future and what it would look like, I think that's a really positive task you could do or skill you could do. I think you guys have a lot of power in your dreams. Your dreams can come true, pile 2, and the easiest way for them to come true is that you dream them into reality. I think a lot of you get all of your answers in your dream state. Okay, so just remember this is an energy check-in. And you might think, no, I don't. I do not. You might just wake up really confused and think, what the fuck was that about? But you unconsciously have got the download, unconsciously. I was unconscious and now there's a thing. What? Okay. Abundance. Step into the divine flow of abundance to magnetize with greater ease all that you wish to experience. 100%. I definitely feel like you guys trust in the divine, that all of the abundance you need will just magnetically be drawn to you. And I think a lot of you are magnets to prosperity, to abundance. Like you're very much in your blessed era is what I feel. And I feel like a lot of you feel very blessed. Like, you know, you've taken the good with the bad and you've come out on the other side and you're like, fuck you, motherfucker. Like, you will always win. Okay, pile 2. It doesn't matter how many times somebody tries to kick you down. They might kick you down. They might make you cry, right? But you will always come up on top. Time is everything. Some of you may have to just be very patient to see people reap their karma, but you always see it. 100%. So let's find out, if you feel comfortable with that, let's find out, how are you currently shocking people? Four of Cups. King of Wands. We're not doing reversals. Two of Swords. Queen of Wands, counterparts. What the? Sorry, I don't know why I'm speaking like that. It's a bit strange. Nine of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. Lots of court cards here, guys. Ace of Pentacles. Walla walla bing bang. Fuck, you are surrounded by a fuck ton of abundance. And I actually think that is how you are shocking people. Okay, so with the Ace of Pentacles being the main energy here in regards to how you're shocking people, people are very shocked for a magnitude of things here with your Ace of Pentacles. They're either shocked that you've got some business startup, that you have some kind of business they knew nothing about. They're also very shocked about the amount of abundance you receive. And the Ace of Pentacles is definitely confirming when people try and like rain on your parade, like try and shit on your show, they're very shocked to learn that it does not stop you in your tracks. It does not stop your abundance. It actually makes it grow. It actually makes it more successful. So the more people try and throw shade at you or try and paint you in a negative light, it literally backfires and makes you even better. It makes you more popular. It makes you more money. It's like, that's how you are currently shocking people, is how I feel with this Ace of Pentacles. And for others of you, you've gone on some, you know, self-love discovery journey, whatever, and maybe you have decided to start up a new business, something like that. And people are very shocked. They're like, what the fuck? Pile 2 does what? So there's something you are doing in the workplace, or outside the workplace, that has to do with maybe like a side hustle, something like that. And it's shocking people because it's actually showing a lot of prosperous energy surrounding it. It's moving forward. It's not stagnant, is what I'm picking up. The Four of Cups sort of tells me how you're shocking people here is like, people can't just rock up with like half a cup or an empty cup. I feel like people are quite shocked with how easily bored you get of people. I think it's very hard to keep you engaged. So people are kind of shocked to learn that you're not easy to obtain. You're not easy to get to settle down with, is what I feel with the Four of Cups. I also am hearing missed opportunity with the Four of Cups. You've shocked people because they thought they had you in the bag. They thought that you would always be there to be like, you know, maybe their backup girl, their backup guy, and you're not there anymore. So people are very shocked that you're off doing big things with your journey here, and you're heavily abundant. If you don't feel that right now, people see that, and people can see you are going to be successful as fuck here. Like, it's very big energy, right? Jupiter is fucking gigantic. And, you know, Mars energy is very assertive. It's very active energy, but the moon is also very secretive. So I definitely feel like you are shocking people because they can feel and see in your energy you are up to something major. But you're not, I don't think you're out there promoting it. I don't think you're out there rubbing it in people's faces. Now, the King of Wands coming out tells me you're shocking people because they might be learning, after they learn whatever it is you're doing, they're shocked because you are this visionary. You know, you are this person with big, great, beautiful ideas. You're a person who is a leader. You're a business owner. If you're not a business owner, you're going to be a business owner. People are very shocked at your business ideas. They're very shocked at the knowledge you obtain. It's like you know a lot about different things that don't even correlate with each other. Now, I have to acknowledge with the Queen of Wands, so two counterparts coming out here, even with the Ace of Pentacles. There's a couple of scenarios going on here because of all the court cards, also with the Two of Swords. But people are shocked about a counterpart some of you have recently found. You might have been a bit standoffish at first with this counterpart, hey Shay, but all of a sudden you have found somebody. You might have had your walls up a little bit, but all of a sudden you now have this new romance is what I'm hearing, and people are quite shocked by that. Maybe they thought you were going to be single for a while. Now, this Two of Swords, for others of you, you're shocking people because you have choices. And back to the Four of Cups, it's like you're shocking people because you have all of these romantic love interests. We have a Queen of Pentacles here as well. So three people could be trying to take action towards you, but they're all boring. People are very shocked to learn that you find these people boring. She's a chubby puppy. I should show her because she never gets any airtime. Say hello. Say hello. She's so cute. My little girl. Come here. Oh. Okay, I just gave her a cuddle because I didn't want your reading to be completely fucked. But and if you don't like interruptions, this is not the platform for you. But yeah, so back here, like, people are shocked because you have a lot of romantic interest, but you're not interested. I think people are quite shocked that people are presenting themselves to you and you're like shutting them down. You're like, meh. Two of Swords gives me the impression other people are quite shocked that you have multiple options. Like, they're probably wondering, you know, like, how have you got all of these choices, like, when they've got none, right? Again, you're very abundant in all areas of your life here is how people are very shocked. But yeah, Two of Swords can talk about somebody in a sort of in a hard place. They don't know which way to go. So some of you could have like people from your past trying to like come back around, and they're shocked again, like, these people could be quite shocked that you all of a sudden are in a difficult place of choosing them or somebody else here. But yeah, the Two of Swords is definitely a card that can talk about indecision, but I feel like people are shocked with the Two of Swords. This is a very strong singular sword. There is not two swords here. So it kind of gives me the impression that people are shocked that you don't have issues making choices anymore. You're very cutthroat. I see more of an Ace of Swords here than Two of Swords. So people could be quite shocked that you're not an indecisive character anymore. You know what you want and how to get it. If people can't like be on the same path as you're happy to kick them off your path is what people are quite shocked about. Now, the Queen of Wands here tells me people are quite shocked to learn about some kind of spiritual gift or talent you may have. They're very shocked about your newfound sense of beauty and your energy, maybe your spiritual energy as well. The Queen of Wands is like the most sexually appealing wands in my opinion. you know, it's somebody who has a very strong sexual energy where they can sort of lure anyone into their web. So I am picking up spider energy here. So a lot of you are in your feminine energy is what I feel. And people are very much, they're shocked because they're falling for you, and I don't think they understand why. And I think it's because of all this work you've done on yourself. So naturally, when we love ourselves, everyone else is gonna fucking love us too, and that's really awkward because you'll find people throwing themselves at you, and you'll think, "Ooh, brother, ooh." Yuck, next. No, anyway, that was a bit mean, but not really. Like I feel like you're gonna have people like punching, like trying to punch. When we say they're punching above their weight, it's like they're trying to date somebody that is like well and truly punching above their weight in all areas of life. But Nine of Wands tells me people are quite shocked. We've kind of touched on this. They're quite shocked because it doesn't matter how much they persevere or persist to try and get your time and attention, you aren't easily attained. You're not easily manipulated. You're not easy to get. You're a high quality individual, and once you do that level of self-love work, Pile 2, as you know, it's very hard for people to have access to you. It's very hard for people to manipulate you or try and love bomb you and lure you into a dark web of just bullshit and shit. Like when you love yourself as much as you guys love yourself, as much as I love myself, it's very hard for people to rock your boat, right? And I think people are very shocked to learn that they can't rock your boat anymore. Your boat is unrockable. Probably because it's parked up on concrete. I don't know, but Queen of Pentacles, people are so shocked with your material wealth. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's recent. Something's recently happened that's made people go, wow, Pile 2 is really doing well for themselves. And I think a lot of people are quite shocked. You have people who probably didn't realize how successful you are, and all of a sudden have realized, fuck, Pile 2 is actually very successful. Queen of Pentacles is a very down-to-earth individual, right? So not only are you highly spiritual, you're also very humble and very grounded. And I think people could be quite shocked about that because you look a certain way, but you act a different way to maybe what you look. So I think you're shocking people in the sense of your actual personality here with the Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, I think you're not what it seems is what I feel. I think once people kind of get to know you or learn of the things that you do, like thinking back to this energy here, like I think once they learn that that is your energy, they're quite shocked to learn that you are like got a heart of gold, so to speak. So it's actually quite positive to encounter an individual like you. So that is all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. We have the number 60, which equates to the number 6. So the number 6 is all about harmony in all aspects of life, right? So it's one that would talk about balance and responsibility, and it's also a number that's associated with the choices that involve the heart and the mind. Now we have lucidity. So I will be completely honest. I had to Google it because I was like, what is it? And basically a cinnamon, a cinnamon bun. Maybe somebody's eating a cinnamon bun. Cinnamon. Oh my God. If I had like the energy to edit, I would. Cinnamon. I'm so embarrassed right now. Anyway, cinnamons. I feel like I'm saying that wrong because I'm not saying cinnamon, cinnamons. I thought I'm gonna keep moving, but you know what I mean. Get your thesaurus out. So lucidity is affiliated with clarity, clearness, right? So it's about clearness of thought or style, the lucidity of the explanation, a presumed capacity to perceive the truth directly, and instantaneously clairvoyance. Interesting. So you could be clairvoyant, right? You could see things very clearly without knowing fuck all. Okay, you could predict the future. You could see how something's going to end before it already does. That's clairvoyant. So what I'm going to take out of this should not say lucidity to make me have to say cinnamon and make myself look like a fucking idiot. But anyway, here we are. So I went ahead and pulled some other cards. We're going to put that over there. Sorry. We have Jupiter, Mercury, Neptune. Wow. It's interesting. And then we have Presence and Temple of Sacrifice. I feel like I just sacrificed my intelligence at the beginning of this reading. Okay. Where is the book? Okay. Jupiter, 44. Okay. So you embody the greatest teachings of presence, openness, abundance, and goodwill toward all things. Yeah, I think you're able to be open, right? You're able to be present. You can always stand in the state of goodwill because you already can see what's coming, is what I feel for a lot of you with Jupiter. I think a lot of you are quite generous. You're very appreciative of people being kind to you, is what I'm hearing. And I think people really appreciate your appreciation. I think you could be around a lot of people who get used and maybe mistreated and abused. And I think your energy sort of, like your response to their generosity is so welcomed and so like surprising and shocking is what I feel. Your gratitude to people helping you really shocks them is what I think. Because they're not used to somebody being so fucking grateful. Like people can see it in your eyes, your facial expression. You might even tear up. You could be the kind of people who tear up when people help you or even show any interest to you. And I think these people also tear up when you show so much appreciation to them. And I think that's a very loving energy and one that is like somewhat missed in this realm. So Mercury, Neptune is you are extraordinarily charismatic and mesmerizing in your communications. Love it. As you share, you soften edges and create inclusivity. Fuck my life. You guys must have a very large vocabulary. Inclusivity. Fuck my. Did you even go to school? For all, right? Create inclusivity. Okay, so you include everyone. That's what that means. Right. And then, so you are extraordinarily charismatic and mesmerizing in your communications. People really like the way you talk, the way you smile, the way you say things. I think you guys, based off me and my inability to talk properly, pronounce words, I think you guys have a very large vocabulary, and people may be very shocked by it. You probably say words that they have never heard of before. Okay. I did something the other day. I had to do write a performance review thing, and so I was like, do I use big words just to confuse them? But I didn't. But I feel like you guys could. I think you guys can create. People might not understand what you're actually saying because of your vocabulary is quite large. And then Neptune, it says you are a true magician in that everything you touch beams with light and love. This is such beautiful energy, guys. I'm really digging this. Oh, didn't you? So yeah, just a quick shout out on astro placements. So Jupiter, Sagittarius, Neptune, Pisces, and then Mercury is Gemini, Virgo. Okay, doesn't have to be, but it's nice to just shout them out sometimes. So then we have card 25, presence. And this card suggests when you step out of the circle of time and into the circle of love, as the Sufi mystic and poet, I'm not going to pronounce his name, so Rumi, let's just go with his surname, Rumi, urged, you find that all things are possible in the eternal now. So when you step out of the circle of time and into the circle of love. So what I feel for you guys is you are very optimistic in the sense that when you step out of the mindset of a negative mindset, you find that anything is possible. Okay. I think a lot of you have probably had to work very hard to snap out of a negative mindset. And once you did do that, you realize, fuck, if I don't focus on the negative and I focus on the positive, shit's pretty easy. That's sort of the vibe I'm getting. If I remain present, I don't think about the past, I don't think about the future, things are pretty good. Like, you have a very healthy mindset. So you guys could have been like, you know, worrywarts in the past, like catastrophic thinking, like something would happen, you would think, oh my God, like you kind of would go in a downward spiral thinking only the worst, not the positive that could come out of those situations. So I think you guys have definitely done the work in mind control, like mining your own controlling your own mind. So then the Temple of Sacrifice. Release all doubts and fears that no longer serve you and cross that threshold to what you are capable of becoming. Again, can I throw my fucking microphone at the table, please? So say no more. This literally reiterates what I just said there. And I know I didn't shuffle these cards on camera, but I am not a fucking a crook. I'm not going to I'm lazy in the sense I'm not going to go and read cards to make it sound like I'm going to drop a mic or whatever. You know what I mean. Anyway, I am on a random tangent. So yes, let's find out. How the fuck are you shocking people? Sorry, I don't know why I said. Maybe you're really excited. Okay, my little clairvoyance with a T, not a C. We have the world. Love it. Oh, death. There's some Scorpio energy, some Capricorn energy. How is pile 3 shocking people? Ugh. We have 3 of Wands. 8 of Swords, 5 of Swords, Queen of Cups. Love it. We've got the Sun on the bottom of the deck. So I'm going to put this bad boy. Yeah, so we have the Sun card as the overall energy. So how are you shocking people? Look, I honestly think based off this energy check-in, like you shock people with your level of energy. You shock people with your optimistic mindset. I think you have this attitude of like anything is possible, you can do anything. And I think people are very shocked by that because your energy rubs off on them and then they kind of go away. They try something maybe you have like said or advised and it fucking works. And they're like, fuck. So they're kind of shocked with maybe some words of wisdom that you guys have shared recently, but they're very shocked with how right you always are. I feel like with the Sun card here, people are very shocked with with the path that you're currently on is what I feel like. Maybe people didn't think the path you were on was going to lead you to such happiness, but you are in a very happy energy here. And I think a lot of you are following your higher self, like your higher self is guiding you. People could be shocked by that. But your level of happiness is next level. So I kind of think people might have assumed that it was fake, but as they get to learn and know you and you kind of grow on them, they're learning that your happiness is actually genuine. It comes from a truthful place. Like you're not a person who's like pretending to be nice or pretending to be happy when you're not. When you're happy, you're happy. When you're like sad, you're sad. You know, what you are, like who you are is who you are. Like you don't try and pretend to be something you're not, is what I feel. People are quite shocked. So again, kind of coming back into that energy of showing gratitude and appreciation. People are just very shocked that people like you still exist. People working from a place of love, people working from a place of trying to help others without any strings attached. Okay, no strings are attached to anything you do for anyone or what anyone does for you. And I think people are very shocked by that energy overall with the sun. I think a lot of people like you as well, and people could be shocked by that. Someone could be kind of shocked by that. So the World card here tells me there is some kind of cycle that has ended that people are kind of shocked by. And I think whatever ended brought you more happiness than what was actually happening in that cycle. So people could be quite shocked to learn that they probably thought you were already happy and then you got more happy once something ended, is what I'm hearing. So something has definitely ended with the World and the Death coming out. And obviously it was something kind of low vibrational here, because we do have the Eight of Swords and the Five of Swords. So people could be quite shocked that you brought something to an ending, right? And that ending was able to transform your life for the better. It may have put you on a path to be able to travel more, go the distance in a connection, roll all over people's cards when they didn't ask you to. But yeah, the World card and the Death card tell me people are quite shocked about an ending that happened, and it only led you to being more happier than what you were. Some of you with the Three of Wands here, people are quite shocked about your future plans. So there's something that you have planned for the future, and they're quite shocked about that, especially because they thought you were kind of trapped in a situation that may have been too conflicting for you to leave. This could be a relationship here with the Queen of Cups. Some of you could have ended a relationship with somebody and people are quite shocked by that. They never thought you were going to go the distance and end it, but you have definitely transformed in some way, shape or form, and it's worked out for the better for you because you're heaps more happier now. But the Three of Wands is all about travel, long distance, preparation, planning. No leggies, thanks. No leg spreadies on the camera. Okay. And then we have the Eight of Swords, right? So singularly looking at this card, people, you know, how are you shocking people? I would have to say the Eight of Swords tells me like you're no longer trapped in an energy because you've something you've planned. And whatever you're planning is, maybe you could be shocking people because whatever you're planning is putting people in some form of entrapment and is creating some kind of conflict, maybe with a boss, maybe with a friend, maybe with a mother. No leggies on the thing. Good girl. Don't. No leggies. Just lay there. So yeah. Because Five of Swords is like, you know, bitching behind the back. People could be quite shocked to learn that you might bitch behind people's back, especially people who try to emotionally like entrap you with bullshit. People who try and get in the way of your plans, people could be quite shocked that if people try and get in the way of your future plans, that you will entrap them emotionally. Because the Queen of Cups knows how to like emotionally read people, a little bit like the King of Cups, but the Queen of Cups is a very gentle individual. So what I kind of pick up, like people are quite shocked to learn like you know how to make people say yes to things they want to say no to you. So people could be quite shocked about recent plans, maybe a recent vacation or holiday approval by a boss, was approved is what I'm picking up here, why people could be shocked. Just move you over there so I can do this. Look, and for others of you, like Eight of Swords, people could be quite shocked to learn, like in the past, right, you were quite trapped in a very conflictive relationship with somebody, right? because the Queen of Cups would suggest some kind of emotional connection with somebody. And it being right next to the Five of Swords, people are quite shocked to learn you are maybe having an argument with somebody and ending with a friendship here. Like the Queen of Cups does represent more of a feminine energy. I do read my court cards like that because, you know, my teacher for tarot back in my early 20s taught me to read court cards like that, and it's never really like sort of backfired in that sense, but I am expanding my knowledge with advanced tarot. You can never not keep learning tarot. Like there's all different ways we can connect with the cards, and I think it's always good to keep things fresh, but the fucking book is this thick and I hate reading. But anyway, maybe you guys hate reading, but yeah, there is something quite shocking going on here, and people are quite shocked about maybe a Queen of Cups bitching behind your back, trying to stop something from happening. Maybe some of you had travel plans with the Queen of Cups. They're kind of dicking you around. People are quite shocked to learn that you do get treated like this, like ill-treated by certain people. So yeah, there's sort of like a weird sort of vibe going on here. I think you might have a lot of people who are quite jealous of you. I think you shine quite bright, especially with that Jupiter energy. You know, you kind of walk into a room, you captivate people. People could be quite shocked. I just feel like people are very shocked with how interested people are in you. So I feel like this Queen of Cups, it could be her energy coming through here or his. But I feel like she's quite shocked to learn that like maybe like people are defending you is what I feel. Like people will go into battle for you. If people try and like, I don't know, say bad things about you, I feel like it creates some kind of like bitching or like arguments. And for others of you, people, I don't know, coming back to the World card and the Death card, I would have to say people are quite shocked about you ending a relationship which just kind of blew up. I feel like some of you could have had a really bad ending in a relationship which has actually sort of gotten around town or like in your circle that like things got nasty. Five of Swords can be a very nasty energy. And the Eight of Swords kind of tells me this Queen of Cups is trying to, maybe people could be quite shocked about somebody trying to like shame you, try and ruin your plans or something you were trying to achieve. People could be quite shocked that you actually have the haters that you have. People could be quite shocked to learn, like to hear people bad mouthing you when they know you to be this very optimistic, happy person. So I'm very interested to understand what's going on here because it's totally different energy to the other piles. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. I really hope you enjoyed that message. Let me know down in the comments if you feel comfortable. I'll see you next time. Bye.